Function f of x equals 3 to the power negative x minus 2 is an exponential function because the variable appears in the exponent place. We can graph such functions using transformations. We'll have to first identify the basic function. And if you look at the formula, you see variable in the exponent place. The base of that exponent is 3. So the basic function and the first function that we'll graph is going to be function 3 to the power x. The next transformations we are looking for are transformations to the formula that affect the x. And in the formula we have negative x, so the next graph is going to be graph of the function 3 to the negative x. Function 3 to the negative x was formed from by substituting x with negative x, and that means that transformation, geometrical transformation used here is the reflection about the y-axis. So now if you compare our function with the function y equals 3 to the negative x, you see that the only part missing is negative 2. So we'll subtract from 3 to the negative x negative 2. And subtracting a constant from a function is shift down. And in this case, the shift is going to be down by 2. So we have to graph three functions starting with the basic function y equals 3 to the power x. To graph this function, we'll plot 3 points for accuracy, and we know exactly how the graph of that function looks like. It's an exponential function with the base greater than 1. We'll use as x points negative 1, 0, and 1. The values of y are going to be 1/3, 1, and 3. So let's plot those points, negative 1 and 1/3, 0 and 1, and 1 and 3. And we'll draw the familiar shape of the exponential function passing through those 3 points. This is our graph 1. Now we'll use that graph to graph function y equals 3 to the negative x. That is the reflection about the y-axis. So if we reflect about the y-axis, point negative 1, 1/3 will become the point 1 and 1/3. Point 0, 1 will stay where it was because it's on the line of symmetry, and the point 1 and 3 will be reflected to be a point negative 1 and 3. And preserving the symmetry, we'll draw the graph of the function y equals 3 to the negative x. This is my function number 2. And now we'll have to graph the function 3 to the negative x minus 2. This is the shift down. You have to remember, however, that an exponential function has a horizontal asymptote. So if we are moving the asymptote, moves as well, because the shift is down, vertical shift, so asymptote will be affected as well, and therefore the asymptote becomes now y equals negative 2. This is the horizontal asymptote, and every point on the blue graph is going to move down by 2. So point negative 1, 3 is going to move to the point negative 1, 1. Point 0, 1 is going to move to the point 0, negative 1, and point 1 and 1/3 is going to move to the point 1 and 2/3. And the shifted graph is drawn in red. And the red graph is the graph of our function y equals 3 to the negative x minus